This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. The Knicks go up 2-0 against the 76ers. Let's analyze. Going into this game, when the reports broke that Joel Embiid was not going to play due to ankle and hip issues, I believe it's the right side, and then you found out right before the game, Mitchell Robinson was under the weather. I said, trap game, trap game, trap game. Uh-oh, Knicks better be ready to go. This is the game, and look, we know the Knicks have a history of game 2 losses, but that was not going to happen today. In this game, the Knicks buckled down and figured it out, despite PG-13 rolling back the clock and dropping 11 of the first 13 points by the Philadelphia 76ers. Paul George had me concerned. I thought he was going to go off for a 40 piece like he was back in Indiana. Or, I'm like, whoa, Paul George, I thought he got activated early. And then, forget it, Tyrese Maxey, 19 points in the first half. I was very concerned. But our coach and this, let me tell you something. Mike Brown, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. He is earning his money. He is showing why Leon Rose had to holler at his good friend and boy, Thomas Thibodeau, and tell him, yo, man, we're boys and all, and you'll definitely be invited to the family gatherings, but I got to let you go, man. It's just business. Because Tom Thibodeau would not have made the changes and adjustments that Mike Brown is willing to make. The Knicks, do you realize the Knicks played 11 players? Well, really 10, but if we're actually analyzing, Jeremy Sohan he made a guest appearance 1 minute. So technically they played 10 and a half players. But Mike Brown, early on at the beginning of the game, Nick Nurse, and you've got to give Nick Nurse a lot of credit, right? He said, no, Joel Embiid, no problem. We're going to play small ball. And Karl-Anthony Towns got in foul trouble early. Josh Hart in his postgame actually made mention to that. And this is what you got to appreciate with the Knicks, right? Jalen Brunson is the captain, but he's surrounded by guys who are leaders. Josh Hart basically called Karl-Anthony Towns out and said he's got to be better. He's got to be smarter with his fouls, and he was in the second half. And you've got Karl-Anthony Towns, man. Karl-Anthony Towns, I mentioned in the last video that he's a great, he's very media savvy. I mean, he was born for this, obviously, and he was trained for this, Kentucky product. But man, he's a very bright guy. Say what you will about Cat, and people get at him sideways. He's built for New York, obviously being from New Jersey. He's from the tri-state area, He Karl-Anthony Towns, man, continues to impress. And look, say what you will, he was in foul trouble, but Cat, in 27 minutes, 20 points, 6 for 8 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, 7 for 9 from the free throw line. Cat, that's not really like you, but he only missed 2, and he had 10 rebounds and 7 assists, 1 steal. Ladies and gentlemen, Karl-Anthony Towns is balling right now. And I'll tell you what, you've got to give New York's favorite guy to get at sideways in the regular season in Mr. 40 picks given to acquire him and bring him over across the bridge to the New York Knicks in Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, folks, I told you, they would have never beat the Celtics last year without Mikal. And Mikal Bridges has turned things around. He's not messing around. 38 minutes. He had 18 points. He's 9 for 13 from the field. And he did a great job on Tyrese Maxey in the second half. Tyrese Maxey had 19 points at half. I thought he was going to go crazy. I thought he was going for 40 on the Knicks. Tyrese Maxey actually finished, folks, 9 for 23 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3, 7. He was 7 for 9 from the free throw line. Very close to Karl-Anthony Towns there. Very identical stats from the free throw line. But you've got to give Mikal Bridges and major props for making Tyrese Maxey work on the defensive end. Mikal Bridges, say what you will, regular season, he's not lead. What I said, look, listen, man. As long as when it counts and it matters, he's there. And Mikal Bridges has been there. So, Mikal, shout out to him. Now, I'll tell you what. The Knicks, to me, I look at them, and I told you, they played 11 players, 10 and a half, right? Like I said, Jeremy Shohan, guest appearance. Hey, guys, I'm out. You know, he got his, kind of like the barbecues from back in the day. He got us to go plate, said hello, shook hands, and said, all right, I got to go. I got work tomorrow. I mean, that was, that was basically what it was. But on the other side, Nick Nurse, who's a throwback coach in the sense of how he plays his players. Now, maybe there's not too many teams that are going to be as deep as the Knicks, bench-wise and all. And the only other team that comes to mind is Oklahoma City, right? OKC. And they played, guys, I saw a bunch of 40s on the minutes chart. Kelly Oubre, 40 minutes, 19 points. Paul George, again, I thought PG-13 was going to go off for 30, 40 points. 43 minutes, 19 minutes. 43 minutes, 19 points. AARP is not going to like that for PG-13. So, but, he did what he could. Andre Drummond, 15 minutes. But Maxey, 47 minutes. He basically played the whole game. And VJ Etchcombe, he's a young guy. He's a rookie. He should have been playing the 47 minutes, but he played 40 minutes and he had 17 points. They played 8 guys. 8 guys. And off their bench, Grimy, the Knicks' former draft pick in Quentin Grimes, 24 minutes, he had 7 points. 1 for 4 from the field. And obviously he was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He was tasked with guarding Brunson, and he did what he could. And Quentin Grimes, by the way, I think he drop the ball. Wasn't he offered like 30 some odd, just under 40 million for 3 years? Boy, that looks like a mistake for him passing up on that, but whatever. Again, y'all already know. Stay out of other people's pocketbooks. I got it. And that's a good advice for everyone else. You think you know, you have no idea. Mind your business. But anyway, Quentin Grimes, they only played 8 guys. And I think Nick Nurse had no choice. He had to do it. He had to do it because of, Joel was not playing. Joel Embiid was not playing. And I'll tell you this. I think that, and this is going to sound wild, but for this series, I think the 76ers have a better shot without Joel because he's hurt. And the Knicks clearly keyed on that. When he was on the floor, they said, we're gonna treat you like how Atlanta treated Brunson. Or no, how CJ McCollum tried to treat Brunson. We're going to attack. And Joel Embiid, say what you will, he's a walking bucket, but he's a He's a walking transit turnstile when it comes to defense. Like the rotor, right past him. And he's like, and he can't move. He can't move. And I'm almost, like I said, offensively, he got Mitchell in foul trouble, Karl Anthony Towns in foul trouble. But the Knicks were able to just blow right past them. They had no resistance. So the Sixers are now in trouble. What happens now? It's going to be interesting because they only have a day to recover. Now, key injury to the Knicks in the final moments of the game, OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby, no news yet. Looks like to me it was a hamstring, but I am not Dr. Sam. But I will tell you this. In 8 games in the playoffs, OG has been the real deal. He looks like an all-star. He has been an all-star. 21.4 points a game, 62% from the field. He's shooting 54% from 3, averaging almost 8 rebounds a game and almost 2 steals. This is going to be a huge loss. I don't know how, again, if he's out for, if it's you see how the hamstring strain, depending on the strain of it, you see what's going on with Luka Doncic. So let's hope it's not a big deal. But if it is, next man up. You saw Landry Shamet play a little bit. How many minutes did Landry have? I think 7 minutes? 8 minutes. All right. And I think if OG is out, I think you're going to see Landry Shamet more, and you're going to see my guy, Mo Diawara, a.k.a. Baby Giannis is what I call him. Now, I'm a little concerned about that because the more you see him, the more you're probably going to lose him after the season because the Knicks, gave him a little, gift card contract, and, oh, you're just here. We're going to see what you have. And now you might lose him, but we'll see. But if OG is out, that's what I think the Knicks are going to do. But how do you guys feel? The Knicks are up 2-0 now. Possibly no OG. We don't know how long or if he misses time at all, but he requested out. That's never a good sign. So you've got OG possibly out, but the Knicks are also going to Philadelphia, home away from home. We knew that after last video that they had sold almost 60% of the tickets to New York and New Jersey residents. So New York's going to be in the building, y'all. New York is going to be in the building. And supposedly, as of before game 2, the morning of, there were still tickets available. So the Knicks are going to be just fine at the crib, away from the crib in Philly. But what say you? How do you feel? The Knicks are up 2-0. If OG is out, and hopefully it's not a big deal, but if he's out, what do you want to see the Knicks do? What can the Knicks do? Does this affect the Knicks long-term, short-term? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now it's that time. Quarterback Russell Wilson is mulling over whether to sign with the Jets as a backup or to sign a TV deal with CBS. We shall see. I'd like to thank you for tuning in, folks. I'm on most social media platforms at SamIAnalyze. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.